In honor of Women's History Month, we're introducing a new series called Her Impact Ignites. We're celebrating women in the Quad Cities area for their continued work in the community. And News 8's Clea Patterson joins us here this morning to share how one young woman in Moline is making a difference in the mental health space.
Yeah, today we're telling the story of Haley DeGreve. She's the founder and president of the Gray Matters Collective. It's an organization that supports students and community members who struggle with mental health issues.
And when you spoke with her, she revealed that this all started when she was dealing with her own mental health crisis.
Yes, that's right. She made it her mission to draw from her own experience to help others heal. And you'll see in this story that her impact ignites hope.
My name is Haley DeGreve, and I'm the founder and president of the Gray Matters Collective. Middle school and high school, I was bullied really bad, and I learned now through counseling that brought out a lot of depression in me, that brought out a lot of anxiety and PTSD from that experience, to the point of really not wanting to live anymore. And it was 2 years ago that I had a plan. I knew what I was going to do, and I knew how I was going to do it.
In the midst of her own battle, Haley was inspired.
The Gray Matters Collective started really from me overhearing conversations in a coffee shop from my fellow students about things that they were battling themselves. And I remember overhearing these conversations and thinking, I'm going through that too. And why are we not all talking about this collectively as a group?
And created a space that shook her world.
We were having this huge event on my campus to launch this poster campaign that we had done to get people talking about mental health problems. And initially, all we had were 60 students. And to my surprise, hundreds of students showed up to that event. We ran out of chairs. We had people sitting on the ground lined out the door to talk about this issue.
The Gray Matters Collective. It's a name Haley was intentional with in every way.
It kind of came together naturally. When we were looking at research and studies at the time, new research was coming out to show that gray matter in your brain is a real thing. And if you have a loss of gray matter in your brain, it could indicate that you're struggling with a mental health problem. And then the other side of it is the psychologists, the psychiatrists, the people who are working every day to make this issue better. And then there's people like you and I in the middle, the everyday people in the gray area where maybe we struggle, maybe we don't struggle, but if we can get the people in the gray area to understand that each and every single one of us has a responsibility to take care of the people around us and to take care of ourselves so that we don't lose more people to suicide.
The organization has expanded to 3 colleges and 5 high schools in the Quad Cities, and all chapters work on mental health awareness, suicide prevention, and providing resources.
I feel the importance of communicating just those resources to people to help them understand what is even available in the Quad City area. Because a lot of times you can't necessarily always go on Google and type in, one size fits all for mental health issues. That's just not how it works.
Haley runs her organization out of her car, and since the COVID pandemic hit, in-person outreach is far and few. But that doesn't stop her. The Gray Matters Collective continues to heal through social media.
So we had a young woman reach out to us on Friday and said, I've had my dark times, I've been there, but this one's lasted months. I don't know what to do. I just cannot get out of my head. It's really bad. It's so hard, and I have no idea how to get through it anymore. So I kind of just talked with her for probably about 2 hours. Every time I get a message like this, I try really hard to come back and to check in a little bit later. So I'm gonna send her a message today and make sure she's doing okay. Just wanted to check back in, keep pushing forward, stay strong, and don't give up on hope. All right, and then I'll send it.
And Haley stresses to her team that it's important to pour into themselves.
As you exhale, let go of any worries, any concerns, any niggling thoughts.
We had a chance to sit in on a supportive group session.
I am strong, sometimes weak.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Where one high school advocate attested to the power of Haley's work.
I don't know where I'd be without the Gray Matters Collective. I hated going to school every day and seeing my friends in the suck or in that gray area where they didn't know what to do or they didn't know who to talk to. And I'm glad now that at our school, especially a small school, we have something where people can feel welcome and they have a place that validates their feelings.
I do this every single day for the moments where I have someone who calls me and is crying on the phone because they don't want to live anymore and they don't even know where to start. And so I do it for those moments, because to know that my own impact, my own story has helped someone else along the way, that to me means everything.
And Haley leaves behind a message to the women before her.
You have broke all the barriers necessary to get where we are today. And I am here today because of the work that you've done. Mental health just in general wasn't talked about, but especially among women, because women are often seen as over-emotional or aren't oftentimes taken as seriously as a man.
And a warning to mental health.
Depression can hit, but I hit back. And that means that I'm a warrior, and every single person who battles this is a warrior as well.
It just cannot be overstated. There are resources out there, and we need to be talking about mental health. All of us need to be talking about it. That conversation needs to be happening a lot more frequently.
Exactly. She said that she was hearing it in a coffee shop. She was experiencing these things herself, and she's saying, why aren't we all talking about it? And these are young people, as you saw in the video, that you can talk about it on social media. It just takes that one step for you to get through this.
And it just takes that one conversation that can mean a lot as well.
Absolutely.
Leah, thank you. And we will be sharing more of these stories for the Her Impact Ignite series every Thursday for the rest of this month. And if you or someone you know is struggling with suicide, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is on your screen right now, 800-273-8255. That's a 24/7 confidential service. Online chat options are available as well.